My Struggle. John Richardson Meadows. The capitalist bastards, the professional families, class, clan, fraternity, empire, and oligarchy, PhDRs, MDs, MSs, MAs, BSs, BAs, AAs, ASs, doctors, lawyers, judges, administrators, and executives, parents, issue, siblings, cousins, spouses, and in-laws to one another, with their Mosaic, Sharia, Puritan, Greenspan, Rand, professional, capitalist, Antichrist, religion and philosophy of mammon, capitalism, having proliferated the myth that they are superior people with superior rights, they have monopolized governments, institutions, corporations, and markets, and become rich and millionaires by causing poverty, homelessness, early deaths, desperation, violence, crime, riots, and wars, by gathering the wealth of nations and excluding millions of people from the economic intercourse requisite to life. They have divided the people and set them in desperate competition for the requisites of life. In their elitist dementia, they approach provoking a third worldwide destruction, thinking that such war, like the unemployment and the extorted poverty wages, would be profitable for them. The classic solution to restore the legitimate egalitarian universally representative government, the republic, democracy, and the viable society of peace, goodwill, universal economy, long and healthy life, full employment, full pay, full benefits, honor for human rights, and a measure of happiness and joy, with precedent in these United States of America, is the restoration of the program of full employment, full pay, and full benefits, assured by the National Treasury, and regulations and controls on the prices, fees, and exploits of the corporations, institutions, and professionals. Nothing less will save the nation. You have been subjected to the classic psychological persuasion of the Mosaic, Sharia, Puritan, Greenspan, Rand, professional, capitalist philosophy, Antichrist religion, which Jesus opposed, to think that elitism, inequity, exclusion, and human sacrifice, killing, is good, right, economic, and socially beneficial. If the nation is to be saved, you must overcome this indoctrination of ancient savages and its blasphemous concept of God as a vengeful demon, and yourself as its instrument of revenge and destruction of the unchosen. Capitalism, mammon, is an evil thing that destroys the nations with its ever-increasing inequity, exclusion, poverty, homelessness, early deaths, desperation, violence, crime, riots, and wars. The use of any sworn government position or any position of any entity chartered, founded, funded, incorporated, licensed, or contracted by government to violate any law or human right is the capital crime of sedition and merits the capital punishment that legitimate government can impose, perpetual bondage. There is no statute of limitations for prosecution and no immunity to prosecution no sovereignty, and no applicable mitigating circumstances. And this applies also to those standing idly by, or suborning, facilitating, covering up, or harboring capital criminals from justice. The professional families would be well advised to permit the restoration of the legitimate, egalitarian, universally representative government and viable society. The universe, endless space, never began, but has always been, forever, in this also everlasting moment of now. There are no demons or other ethereal beings of any description, no magic, no witches or sorcerers, and no superior people or superior rights by any measure. The universal relativity of the matter and energy of the universe is such that the earth continues to turn at 1,000 miles per hour, going around the sun at 70,000 miles per hour, around the galaxy once each 240 million years at 450,000 miles per hour, with millions of stars, galaxies, and constellations on a billions of years journey towards Andromeda and the vast unknown beyond. The living are the only source of change in the established universal relativity of this matter and energy. You have heard the admonition, "Thou shalt not kill." But have you heard the reason that thou shalt not kill? The universal relativity is such that every breath that you take and every action of your will eventually and to some degree affects every particle of matter and energy in the endless universe, and assures that whoever kills for whatever reason in any name, purposefully, accidentally, directly by one's own hand, or remotely by the hands of others, creates in oneself, one's family, and others in one's range of psychological and physical intercourse, the psychological and physical dynamics that assure one's class and family genocides. See extant and projected mortality rates. Full employment, full pay, full benefits. Regulations and controls on prices, fees, and exploits of the institutions, corporations, and professionals. Today, now, save the nation, save the world.